Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and today I want to show you some magnificent Lotus sports cars. Lotus is the British sports car, the quintessential British sports car. And the thing I love about Lotus is that it's just so different. Founded by Colin Chapman in 1952, Lotus itself, their secret formula to increase speed was to remove weight. The Americans added more horses and different tricks like that there, but this British approach was extremely revolutionary in the sense that Lotus believed in removing weight. So these vehicles here have a magnificent power to weight ratio. That's been the killer secret, and Lotus itself has had huge motoring success. Many interesting vehicles indeed, and the modern Lotus carries on this tradition here, and it's very interesting to see. Here are some modern Lotus models here, and they're absolutely to die for. Lotus itself there, remove weight to increase speed, remove weight. What a good idea. The dieter's toolbox. And here's some vehicles. These are more modern Lotus vehicles, but an Elise, a Europa, just very interesting vehicles to see and to behold and see what they're like there. It's an amazing thing to see these vehicles and remove weight, fat boy, remove weight. That's the secret. And Lotus itself's had a very colourful history itself there. They had a lot of success in their Team Lotus in Formula One. And the company itself is actually owned by Proton following the bankruptcy of the former owner, Romano Artioli, in 1996. But it's a brand which continues to this day, and absolutely magnificent. Magnificent way of building a sports / supercar. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. They've also, Lotus has done a lot of work. Their cars seem to have fantastic dynamic handling. They were involved in many projects over the years. They've helped big makers like Toyota improve the handling. They were involved with the DeLorean. It's pretty riveting stuff there. Lotus itself has used other engines. They've used a lot of different engines over time there. My uncle in the 70s had a Europa, the flying coffin, and you could get that with a Renault motor or a Ford motor. Unfortunately, he had the Renault motor version, which wasn't quite as sparky as the Ford motor, but Lotus itself, their Formula One champions, 1963, Jim Clark, 1965, Jim Clark, 1968, Graham Hill. They're just even Mario Andretti was driving a Lotus in the late 70s. It's just great to see. The modern Lotus, what have we got there now? We got the Elise, the Lotus Elise, launched in 1996, which weighed 725 kilos. Absolutely amazing. The car featured a Toyota engine. You got the Lotus XG, EXIGE. How the fuck you pronounce that, I don't know. They had the Lotus Evora, launched in 2008. And it's just absolutely amazing to the history, and it all goes back. You want to increase speed, remove weight, and it was just a different concept. The Americans just put on the horses. That's all those guys did. Whack up the cubes. But I gotta tell you, Lotus itself there, the power to rate. It's working on the dynamics, and The Super 7, remember those Super 7s? They still live. There's a company, Lotus sold one of the first sports cars available in the 50s and 60s, Super 7. They sold that to Caterham. Caterham still makes them, which is basically a 1950s Lotus. Absolutely amazing, amazing stuff. Lotus, one of the legendary sports car makers of the world. Tell me what you fuckers think of that!